Most magicians who fail their Magic Circle exam don't fail because of one big mistake. It's typically the result of lots of little mistakes that slowly erode marks away, stealing the possibility of a pass. The frustrating part is 99% of the time, those mistakes are an easy fix. I've seen capable magicians with all the right technique and experience fail because they didn't know where they were going. They had the chops, but they didn't have the clarity. And in this video, I'm going to show you why clarity is king in your exam and how you can start building it into your act. Hey, I'm Matthew, ranked 28th in the world for close-up magic, and I'm a Magic Circle examiner, and I coach magicians preparing for their exams. I've examined countless of magicians taking that test, and time after time I've seen the same pattern. Technically skilled magicians lacking structure and presentation. And the judges? They don't reward technical fireworks alone. They reward clarity, confidence, and competence, the three golden C's. Get these three right and the act will take care of itself. So let's break it down. What clarity really means in your exam act, how the lack of it kills performances, and how you can fix it. Stick with me, because if you're preparing right now, this could be the difference between a pass and a fail. Here's the truth. The main reason magicians fail isn't because they don't know enough magic. It's not because their shuffle was shaky or because they dropped their rope. It's because their act doesn't make sense. They're not clear on what they're doing, when they're doing it, or why it's even in the act at all. So what happens? The performance feels muddled. They rush from one effect to the next without a transition, and the pattern doesn't connect to the magic. All the judges see are a string of disconnected effects instead of one cohesive performance. Imagine going to the theatre where the actors deliver every line perfectly, but none of them know where to stand or who they're supposed to be talking to. It would be impossible to follow. That's what an unclear act feels like to the judges. Impressive technique, but a magician who looks lost without a through line. And when the judges can't follow your act, they know you haven't prepared. And once they disengage, your marks collapse. The solution is to design an act with clarity from the ground up, choosing effects with a clear purpose, not just because you like them. Make sure to place routines deliberately so your act has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Plan when to do your secret moves so they remain hidden, and stitch each routine together with clean transitions so everything flows. One way to do this is with my home T framework. Hook, opener, message, ending, and transition. When you use home T, you're not just throwing tricks into 8 minutes, you're creating a performance with shape, a story, a journey the judges can follow. Magic. When your act feels coherent, your magic hits harder, your personality shines, and you keep hold of more marks. One of my students was technically sound. He came to me with a handful of card effects he wanted to perform. They were all solid, but when we ran through it, it felt like one note was being played. Nothing really stood out. There wasn't much personality, no story. Just a nice man doing tricks. It could have been anyone. So we stripped it back, we chose his two strongest card routines, added a rope routine for a variety, and gave each one a story that told us something about him. We built clean transitions, added running gags, and a flashy finale. Suddenly, the act had flow. It felt like a performance instead of a demonstration, and it was unmistakably his. He worked hard, walked into the room, and delivered what he'd prepared, and he passed. Same magician, same technical ability, the difference? Clarity. We drew him a map and he knew exactly where he was going. So why do most magicians fail the Magic Circle exam? Not because they aren't skilled enough, but because they haven't built clarity into their act. A lack of clarity makes a performance confusing. Judges disengage, and once they disengage, you're done. But with clarity in your structure, your purpose, and transitions, your act becomes a performance worth passing. If you're preparing for the Magic Circle exam and want a map to follow, that's exactly what I help magicians with inside my TMC Exam Bootcamp. In the bootcamp, you'll get frameworks, personalized feedback, and coaching to help you draw your own map straight to a pass. You can apply to the next cohort at the link down below, and if you're just starting out, why not take the quiz and find out how ready you are for the exam? By the way, if you like this video, you'll probably like this one too. In a bit.